Most Western governments are just paying lip service against these abuses. They are not going to do a thing, for they have too many business interests there. They make too much profit out of sweatshop labor. So it's up to us. Go to the Edge's action page at theedgeam.com and make a difference. We are running 3 actions on this oppressive regime in China. That's the edgeam.com/edge action. Do you think you can make a difference in a world where there is so much injustice? Does this injustice upset you? Does it make you feel powerless, overwhelmed? I mean, what can one person do? Take action from the comfort of your chair. Make a difference with the new Edge Action area of the Edge AM's website. Make sure you make a difference by going to theedgeam.com/edge action. That's theedgeam.com/edge action. You can make a difference.
Do you feel like I do? Are you getting a feeling the Edge radio broadcast is growing? Well, if so, you're right. The Edge program has been hitting the bullseye of what people are interested in. Do you feel like I do? We're now broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from the new EBN, the Edge Broadcasting Network. We've added a web store. We're making a difference in the search for truth, and we're sharing our success with you. Do you feel like I do? From around the world, people are listening. They're sending in their stories and comments. They're making guest suggestions. They're telling their friends about the show. Do you feel like I do? Listen every Saturday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and feel like I do, right here on this station.
Let's do it again.
Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Ott, host of the Edge radio broadcast. You know what's making this show such a success is people like you, our loyal listeners. Tell a friend about the show. Call or email your local radio stations and tell them about the show. Let your local radio stations know that The Edge is a free broadcast with some of the most important interviews of our time. Micro broadcasters to giant radio stations can all broadcast The Edge for free. Tell them to upgrade their program lineup and get The Edge on the air in your area. I'm Daniel Ott, discovering the truth together on the Edge radio broadcast.
Fact or fiction, discovering the truth together here on the Edge radio broadcast.
Hello again, I'm Andy Radford, and this is the Edge Thursday show from the Edge's UK studio. Coming up now, Edge correspondent Gina Romano's interview with author Michael Sweeney. Michael is author of several non-fiction books on privacy and security matters, as well as abuse of power, political control technology, and political criticisms to include crimes of the intelligence community and terrorism. Michael Sweeney was an expert in computers with a background in security who ran a chain of computer stores and taught digital electronics programming and business applications at college level. During the first Bush Presidency, Mr. Sweeney came into possession of a document purporting to detail serious crimes by the intelligence community. Simply mentioning this document in a private letter started a running battle with rogue elements of the intelligence community which lasted a decade. During that time, Mr. Sweeney applied the same methods used by his opponents and was able to uncover their identity and association with several illegal operations by rogue CIA fronts and determine why they so feared the document in question. Michael's website is paranoidpress.com. That is paranoidpress.com. To read the extensive notes on this interview, please go to the Edge's Thursday page now, or go to the Edge's homepage at www.theedgeam.com, where the information has already been posted. Michael Sweeney has offered the Edge viewer and listener the following offer. Listeners can order either the Professional Paranoid series, which are 3 books, or Fatal Rebirth series, which are 4 books, as e-books at half the regular price. Now just go to paranoidpress.com. That's paranoidpress.com and mention the fact you heard this on the Edge Thursday show. Here is Edge correspondent Gina Romano talking to author Michael Sweeney.
Hi, this is Gina Romano, Edge correspondent. Today I am here with H. Michael Sweeney. Mr. Sweeney is going to talk to us about organized stalking, NWO, and directed energy weapons. Mr. Sweeney, Michael, can I call you Michael?
That'll work, Gina.
How are you today? Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we begin by giving your explanation of what organized stalking is?
Well, actually, if I may, I'd like to precede that definition with a definition for a term that'll be used rather quite a bit by me in the show today, and it is the umbrella term, so to speak, from which organized stalking springs as one of many types of technologies used against targeted individuals. And that term is PCT, or political control technology. And, you know, I used to actually claim to be the inventor of that term. As it turns out, it was originally coined in Europe by Dr. Nick Begich, who's also a very strong advocate for targeted individuals. And so I in my book, MC Realities, define PCT this way. Political control technology are any devices and or special methodologies intended to force behavioral modifications against the will of the victim by covertly or overtly sensing and or altering or negatively impacting any combination of physical health and comfort, mental thoughts, processes and or memories, spiritual and or temporal beliefs, personal, social, and political credibility, standing, and effectiveness, and indirectly financial status, family unity, friendships, and job security. And so PCT is, like I say, the umbrella from which the organized stalking phenomena has been fostered in modern times. However, organized stalking actually is fairly old technology. The first time that I'm aware of it in my studies as being actively used is by the KKK in the general time frame of the Civil War. The KKK basically would have groups of people who would torment blacks and particularly black lovers in ways that would relentlessly hound them. And usually they would do this, you know, wearing the mask, so it was kind of secret. And that was kind of necessary because usually they were from the community. It was a very localized phenomenon. Nowadays, however, the modern version is far more pervasive and far more insidious and dangerous. There are whole organized networks of stalkers in place to be called upon at will, so a victim can be passed from one group of persons involved in the stalking to another group as they travel. So it's have stalker, will travel.
You can't get away.
Can't get away, not very easily. It takes a very, very long, hard fight to
break free.
Get free from it. That's correct. I have had some successes in working with people